fine. Okay, we are live now. Let me grab chat real quick, and we will begin our play here.
Nice.
All right. Okay, pop chat out. Okay, come on. There you go. All right, let's get a chat capture window up. Properties, chat capture. There. Okay. God, it's too many windows. Ugh. Okay. All right. There's nobody in chat. Everybody hates me. All right, we're good. Okay. Not sure if anybody's watching right now, but if they are, welcome back. We are back into our game of Void of Crown. When we last left our heroic team. Okay, that's up to you to download right now, man. I'm in the middle of something. You can download it on the iPad if you want, man. Okay, we're back in there, and I got to get to roll 20, so give me a second here with that. And no, that's not roll 20. There it is. Okay. Let's zoom in too so everybody can see that map a little better. Actually, let's do this. Let's make it full screen. And then, whoops, nope. And then shrink it down on, okay, which one is it? There we go. Shrink it down so everybody can see the full thing, but also zoom in. There we go. That'll let everybody see the full thing. Oh, no, wrong way. All right, we are in the town of Cresternvale. Our heroes over this time that we've had a lapse in play have been training under their selected class trainers. And doing so has left them with chosen classes. Hey, can you turn that down, buddy? Mock. Yeah, thank you. Super. And what do we choose for classes? Let's go character by character. So Castile, right? That's your character's name? Castiel?
Castiel,
that's right. Okay. Castiel, what did you end up training in?
I'm going to become a shader.
And the shader, who was the trainer we had for shader? I can't remember exactly. Do you remember?
I do not remember his name.
I think it was, we were both going to talk to Captain Orlock, or...
Yeah. Okay. All right. I was just making sure. Okay. So both of you guys are training under Orlog. All right.
Orlog.
So Guard Captain Orlog is training Castiel to be a shader, and I'm going to skip you just for a second here, Toast, but then Kizit, what did you choose?
I'm going to be a Zerker.
All right.
And yeah.
And he's also training under Orlog. And then Toast, aka, or no, I should say Lucy, aka Toast. What did you decide on for your class?
I chose Mender.
Okay, and who do you remember the name of your trainer? Did I give her a name? I don't remember. Did I?
I think it was Kalantra.
Oh yeah. Calcraig, the Skin Witch.
Calcraig, sorry.
All right. Sorry, even I don't remember all these names, guys. Too many names for me to remember. My whole job is about remembering names too. All right, and we are seeing all sorts of stuff go on in this town. Just a quick refresher, if Dark, what's up? Oh, really? Dark, you're gonna stay for the TTRPG? All right, dude. Dark, if you ever want to join one of the games, man, let me know. We'll warp you in at some point and get you a character. So we've got sacrifices being made to apparently a monster that visits the town at midnight. The current time of day is nighttime the day before. So tomorrow at midnight, it will be the sacrifice of the Malted Velk Inn, it's owned by Feld, his son will be the person on the chopping. Well, it's not an actual chopping block. It's more so a. Well, actually, you know what? Here we can actually show you what it looks like. This isn't him. This is just a sacrifice from before, but this is what it looked like. Someone put up on there, right on the stake, as you can see here. I'll circle it in case anybody's like, "What's he talking about?" Right here. This is an example of it. Right where she is. Why did I use a box? Don't use a box. Draw it on there, Scott. All right, delete. Let's go back to the pen. Freehand. There we go. Right here. They will be tied to the stake. Well, his son will be tied to the stake, Feld Jr., and he will be sacrificed to the Tomb Shifter, which is a creature that comes at midnight to eat the given sacrifice. Now, were you able to research like what a Tomb Shifter is? They told you?
I think the Skin Witch told us a little bit about what that entailed.
Okay, good. I was pretty sure. I was like, I think I remember giving them a description. The Tomb Shifter, to put it as simple as possible, is a creature that is raised by a dark wizard, aka arcaner or voider, and they more or less raise parts of different creatures from the dead and then sort of Frankenstein them together. And once the creature is raised and brought back, it just decides to pick and choose new body parts to attach to its ever-growing grotesque and morbid shape. So there's no telling what this thing looks like, what creatures are attached to it, and how horrific it's become. But apparently, everyone who's seen it at night said it's far beyond the size of a regular sapien and not to be reckoned with, because it's just too much of a beast. And so no one's ready to step in. No one's ready to save the day until our heroes came into town. I believe Feld told you about his son's situation, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, you guys visited the inn, and you've been trying to recover some sort of reconnaissance as far as information is concerned, when to strike. But during that time, you also realized needed some actual tactical training, because more or less all we've done is beat a priest up with some sticks. That's no, actually, no, I shouldn't say that. You guys killed a lantern worm. That was quite a battle, actually. So I shouldn't put that past you guys. So you've had a couple fights, one or two fights, I think, total.
2 fights.
Yeah, okay. So you've got a little bit of combat experience, but you guys know, like, going into this one, you guys are like, okay, we can only, bat around priest with sticks for so long before we got to kind of gear up and start to actually figure out a way that we were going to choose to fight. So that's when you ended up going to Orlog, and when Lucy decided, okay, I got to get serious about this magic stuff. I should say bioalchemy. It's a mix between bioalchemy and magic, but it's not actually called magic. It's called Arcania. But we all know what we're talking about. So pretty much, you haven't had a massive amount of training. It's a day or two of training, and well, I should say like a day of training, really. It's just kind of orient you on a little bit about how you could better focus your skills. And let's see, one thing is everyone's had their skills added to their class. So everybody's got 5 new skills that they can use. Those will probably come into play when we actually get into the more combat logistics aspect of the game. Not that this is going to be a nonstop hack and slash, but I guess the next thing that's left up to you guys is, how are you going to approach this? Are you going to, I should say, Orlog says, he pretty much gathers all 3 of you, and he's like, look, guys, you understand what the deal is here. This thing's coming at midnight. You're up. You just got up today. It's the start of the morning. And he's like, what's the plan? He's like, I can only do so much from my post here. I'm not really allowed to leave the town, or Lord Camdor is not going to be happy. I will tell you though, every beast has its den, and wherever this thing is coming from, that's where it nests. And you have a choice of sitting here waiting around for it to come at midnight, where it will tear Feld Jr.'s head off, or whatever body part it chooses to add to its own body. Or you can seek the monster out at its roots. What do you guys think you're gonna do?
I think Anne and I and Eric were talking about talking to the Skin Witch again, right?
That's
Yes.
right. That's right. That's right. Okay. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. He's like, I don't know much about monster. Like, he's like, if we were hunting wild game or something like that, I could tell you all about it. But this is beyond my pay grade. This is not something I would normally hunt down. I would definitely advise going to her. So that's what you guys said you're gonna do. So let's cut to that instead. So you guys finish up your morning routine, do a little bit more training with him. He lets you, eat the breakfast with the guard barracks. They eat it out there in the field, like right around. Right, let me draw it on there. Like right around. Hold on. Where's my little pen? What? Switch to the pen. Oh. See, this is where I always make the same mistake. I try to click on OBS. And I'm like, what are you doing? Go to the. Okay, so right around here, everybody kind of meets up. You've got hard bread and cheese covered in wax that you have to peel. And it's mostly made from the Meat Gut Ranch over here from these little guys. So you guys are hanging out doing that. Anne's not actually offered anything by the captain. He's like, sorry, ma'am, but under orders, I'm not actually allowed to. But then some of the other guards are just like nice enough to share it with you. They're just like, oh my gosh, a lady in the guard place, like the guard barracks, and they're like really, really like I don't know how you would say, like the geekiest sort of soldiers you've ever met. Like definitely you would not want to see these guys be the people who go attack a tomb shifter. Hence Captain Orlog has kind of turned his attention to your party instead. He sees you as far more fit and ready. These guys, he's like, none of these guys have seen any combat at all. And he's like, at least I know you went through a whole cave of whacking baddies and stuff like that. So yeah, after you finish up here, I would definitely advise you head down to the Skin Witch. So more or less, that's what you do. As you guys said, you want to talk to her about this. I believe she told you made like the deal about the first son, right?
Did,
Yep.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, in turn for help, she, who did she make the deal with for the first son?
I was intending on.
Oh, that's right.
taking
Kizit's
the deal.
hive clutch. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, fair enough. I totally remember all this now. Yeah. So Kizit has made a firstborn deal with Cal Craig, the Skin Witch, who, although she seems more docile than some of the more aggressive cave-dwelling Skin Witches, and has somehow assimilated into this town of otherwise non-fungus affected sapiens, she still does have her skin witchy ways of wanting to raise a skinling, which is pretty much a child that is bonded with the skin of a animal they choose to apply to the body, graft to the body. So you've made that deal, and she says, very well, we'll go ahead and talk about this while you have the chance, while you're still here and while you're still alive. And at least you, Kizit, I hope you survive this, for you owe me an entire child. So you have two choices, as I'm sure Orlog has already talked to you about. him and his men have thought that they'll stand around and poke at it with the little sticks that they call swords, but to be honest, the best way to get after this is to go to the source. We all know where the tomb shifter has been. Everybody knows, but they're too afraid to admit it. It's of course in the old patron saint's tomb. Now, if you ask me, I believe the reason the tomb shifter has become so powerful is the patron saints of that tomb have long lost any sort of worship. No one comes to the tomb to pay respects to them anymore, for they are from religions long forgotten. Things like the painted dancer, Symbioc the parasite god, God Seven Bloods of the Seven Sapien, and God of the Primals. No one talks about these anymore. In fact, this is probably the first time you've heard of any of these. Nonetheless, you're going to have to go there and get at the roots while the beast sleeps. It's the only way to get the upper hand. If you try to attack it while it's in the middle of a feeding frenzy, ripping parts from young Feld's body, well, you'll lose limbs as well and just be a new part of the beast. So, what's the plan? Do you think you're going to head there, or are you going to listen to Orlog's advice and try to take this silly thing at night while him and his men get eaten alive?
Is there a way, and I'm asking the Skin Witch this, is there a way for us to time it just right to where like we can complete any kind of like worshipping ritual at like the very absolute last moment after all of Orlog's guys get killed?
So what you're saying is you'll have yourself an army of meat shields, and then you'll attack the beast while it's hopefully nicked and cut by these silly little men who call themselves guards. Is that what you're imagining?
No, I'm trying to get. I guess I would ask what kind of like ritual or thing would we have to do? Because she said that there was a different location, right?
Yes, not far from here, going farther and deeper into the Delwark Forest, the same forest the meat wagon dropped you off from. Going further south down that, you have a right path to go down there. In fact, I just saw the meat wagon man himself head into that forest. The only common creature that you might see there is the Velk, but the Velk will leave you alone if you leave it alone. It's mostly a hunted beast, and not an aggressor or a provoker of the forest. Travel through there. I'll draw you a map if you want, and you'll be there in less than 5 to 10 minutes by foot alone. All these weaklings, though, 5 to 10 minutes into the forest would have them shaking in their boots.
And then when we get there, what kind of ritual or kind of task would we have to perform to satiate these old guys?
Oh, it's not just one thing. It's many things. By this point, I wonder what is even still functional in that ancient tomb of theirs. If I remember correctly, there's some sort of elemental patrons representing the gods within that old ancient tomb. I myself have never traveled in there, for I'm just an old withered lady with nothing but her fungal limbs to keep her afloat. But I think if you go in there, you'll first come across, I believe, the River of the Ancients, which at this point is little more than a sedentary lake.
Okay.
Okay, let me see.
Mouse, I still have here that I can like.
Okay, hold on. Let me get my son something real quick here. Don't worry, I got you.
Okay, what do you guys think?
I'm trying to figure out what we could use as a tribute to docile it out.
Me too.
Is there something we could use to put it to sleep?
Maybe?
And then you guys could finish it.
Is it like do undead sleep?
I mean,
Hmm.
I'm sure. I'm pretty sure it has to continue to feed and everything like that. So we could only put it down for so long. It's just a matter of if there's a permanent way to put it down.
Put it to sleep and then kill it. Sedate it with food.
That's what we're trying to figure out. I mean, if there's some kind of tribute that we could give over, to docile it out, that way we actually can get the upper hand.
I don't know if because it's not like eating these people, right? It's just stealing their limbs.
Well, we don't know altogether. I mean, if it has to feed on top of, doing what it's doing.
Yeah. Hmm.
If you have any more problems with it, I'll get you that special cane.
So at
So
this
does
point,
Sorry?
so at this point, we gotta figure out those few things right there.
Yeah.
No worries. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Where was I? Oh, she was like telling you about. Okay, that's right. The River of the Ancients. Okay. So the River of the Ancients is a little more than a murky swamp at this point. You could wade through, and it would only be about shin high. Nonetheless, don't be tempted by every sparkly little thing you see laying around. Just head towards the door, and well, from there, be ready for everything from traps to treasure to tricks to temptations and even, of course, how do I say it? Boon. A boon that you'll have to offer each of the elementals to be able to proceed into the four-cornered door of the circular elemental wheel. I believe that would be the only way into the coffins of the tomb shifter. Now, if you do get that far, and well, all of my fungal fingers crossed that you do, I believe you'll be able to strike while it slumbers, and truly this will give you the upper hand. But be wary, there is temptations there, and it has its own set of guards known as the Black Mantles. So just be careful with who you trust, who you talk to, and who you believe as far as temptation is concerned. Don't be driven by greed. As much as I would love you to bring me every little artifact back from that place, make your focus the tomb of the shifter and nothing else.
Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun right here.
All right. Well, I'm done asking questions, I think.
All right, she draws you she scrawls you a little map, and you do see it is you're kind of shocked that none of these guys have ever thought about just going straight to the origin. It's literally like a graveyard right next to a neighborhood. Although it's not a grave. It is literally imagine it looking something like an Aztec tomb, like the half pyramid sort of thing they would build, but with
Like a ziggurat.
yeah, but except in the middle of a swamp, and kind of you see the symbols on it are more like Viking runes rather than like the Aztec sort of
Yeah.
what's the name of the Quetzalcoatl or whatever, I don't know how to pronounce that one god that they had.
Quetzalcoatl.
Yeah, that's the one. Oh yeah, hey non-winner, thank you so much for sending me those. I like them a bunch. I'm gonna mess with them on the next stream and see what works out. Monster hunting time. That's right, Nuno and Shogun. Welcome Alejandra. Glad to see the gang's all here to watch. All right, yeah. So, she hands you over this lightly scrawled little map. It's pretty clear. You realize you just take a couple turns within the same Delwark path that pretty much you stopped on to enter the town here. If you just go further down it south, the tomb is very close by.
Badass.
So you're
Can I
still,
ask her?
yeah, sure, ask anything.
Sorry. Can I ask her if something of an elixir or something can be done into the food of the beast? Does it eat anything else than humans? And could I poison its food? Could I learn a spell for it?
Okay, I want to make you do. Did she talk to you about needing your weapons blessed?
No.
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 Ah, okay. Well, since you've asked that, she says, "Oh, just in time to ask right before you leave. Yeah, you cannot simply stab it left and right with sticks and twigs like you did in your last place you were at. These need blessed weapons, and there is only one way to bless them. You need to convince the father of the Immolation Church to give them a blessing. That madman's going to ask you to join, but don't do it. Don't be pulled into his wacky religion. The man's absurd." Oh, and actually make a charisma roll for Lucy. Go ahead and do a charisma roll. I'll see if you convince her to like give you or make you some sort of potion.
So wait a minute.
1 dice 20.
1 dice 20.
Yeah. Do I have the thing open? Where's the little chat box? Where did it go? Hold on. Let me get the chat. Where's the button for chat? I'm losing my mind on this thing. How have I forgotten everything so fast? I thought there was just... Oh, is that it? How did I lose that? Chat. There we go. Ah! I double-clicked too much. What happened? Where'd it go? Okay, hold on. Let me do that again. Why isn't it showing up for me? Okay, I'll just click that and then click back. Okay, there it is. Okay, weird. An 18. Uh-oh. That's not successful, I don't think, right? Unless you've got like the world's highest charisma.
I got a 9.
Oh, you got a 9? You rolled a 9?
So charisma is 9 and I rolled an 18.
Okay. All right. She's like, "I've given you enough information. Go to the Church of Immolation and then come back here if you've gotten your blessing. Then we can talk about, quote unquote, helping you more." So she's going to give you a second chance, but she wants to see you convincingly get your weapons blessed to be able to properly stab the beast. So do you understand what she was talking about with the crazy church and everything? You went there one time already. It was the Church of Immolation right above her. That's why she's really familiar with it. It's right next door.
Oh, okay, cool. I see.
Are you going to go in there and talk to Brother Tarv of the Immolated Brothers?
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, do we want to go in with the equipment that we got now, or is there any kind of vendors that we can actually find?
Have you talked to
weapons
Blacksmith Rove up there?
Not yet.
No, we
Okay.
have not.
You can try that too.
I want to go talk. I want to get my my weapon squared away.
All right, so you're going to go. Which one are you going to do? Immolation or Blacksmith Rove?
Sorry, I meant to get my weapon bought. So I'm going to go to the blacksmith.
Oh, okay. We head on up here to Blacksmith Rove.
I mean, of course, if nobody else wanted to ask her anything.
You can.
I mean, like I said,
come back.
I'm trying.
Well, she said, come on back once you have like the weapon situation squared away. And you can talk to her more about maybe something because Lucy makes a good point that, yeah, it would be good if you guys had some kind of like spell or some kind of potion, or because you guys are just kind of going in there with like, well, like a claw, or what do you guys have for weapons right now? Is like a pickaxe and a claw and a...
Yeah, that's basically it.
I have no.
So
Lucy has no weapon.
Yeah, Lucy's just got like a torch. She's still hitting people with sticks. So yeah, it'd probably be good. Right? Probably be good if you went in there with something. Yeah, okay, that's a good idea.
Do we have enough coin? Do we have enough coin for weapons?
You guys have some coin, right? Not a
I
lot.
think I have a
Though.
little.
I got 7 silver, and I got 6 pieces from the skin witches.
All right.
So
I have none.
13 altogether for me.
All right. So
Yeah, I don't have any gold either.
You don't have any cool. Okay. All right. So what are you gonna do? You think you're gonna try and talk to a blacksmith rove? Let's see if you could make a deal or
Yeah,
something.
see if we can find something.
All right. Okay. So you guys head over to blacksmith rove. He's the most archetypical blacksmith you could ever imagine. A giant Endulian man who has shoulders wider than like an ox, big, thick black beard, bald head, very dark tan skin, muscles that are like gigantic but also wiry as heck as far as veins are concerned. And he's sitting there banging together one of the biggest blades you've seen. And he doesn't even look up when you come in. Or I guess I should say he looks up for a second and then just goes right back to banging away. He doesn't see you as a valuable customer. That's what I'm trying to say. So what do you say to Rove?
I want to see what kind of wares he's got.
He looks up. Is that what you say? You said, what kind of wares you got?
Yeah.
He grunts and then looks up and's like, you lot don't look like you have anything you could afford here.
If we don't, there are ways that if we have to, we can figure a deal out.
How much you got?
I've got 13 pieces of silver right now.
Okay, 13 from you, and that's it, right? That's all you guys got.
Yeah,
total,
that's all I got.
He looks around like back and forth to your other party members, and then he's like, 13 silver. I thought the sentence was going to continue. That's it?
13 silver and a really, really big hug.
Big hug. All right, so like he is like shocked that you've just said like that's all you have is 13 silver. It's like the equivalent of saying like maybe I got like $13 or something. So he bursts into laughter. It's like this like room shaking laughter pretty much. And he finally recovers and then goes back to banging the sword, looks up one more time, stops for a second and says, where'd you get those pauldrons? He's talking about the shoulder armor you have.
Oh, I got them off of a poor sucker that we beat up in a dungeon or in a temple over by Gormid.
He walks up to you kind of almost uncomfortably close, grabs one of his like thick meaty hands across the pauldron, tries to bend the metal and sees he can't. And he's like, this is genuine. All right. Since you're the one wearing the pauldrons, here's the deal. 3 short swords. One of them's already been blessed, but the other 2, you're going to have to go talk to you-know-who, and the whole town knows who. 13 silver, your pauldrons, and the trade is good.
Is there a way we can throw in a pair of gauntlets for me?
Gauntlets?
Yeah. Just to sweeten the deal for us for extra motivation.
Show me them gauntlets.
All right.
Oh, I mean, like I want to buy the gauntlets from him.
Wait, who? Wait, what do you mean? Buy them from who?
From the blacksmith guy.
Oh,
Sorry,
wait, you're saying he's gonna throw in gauntlets for you guys on the deal.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought, isn't somebody wearing gauntlets already?
I am.
don't. Yeah.
I am.
Yeah, I thought you meant you weren't gonna add gauntlets to try and get another
Sorry,
+1
no.
sword.
I would
okay,
love to
okay. I was like, wow, you're throwing in your party members' equipment too. Okay, now
Sorry, I just said I'm trying to haggle.
no, you're fine. He's like, are you kidding me? I'm already giving you 3 swords for a dang good deal. Get out of here.
Well, then how about before he throws us out, I say instead of one of the regular short swords, we throw in an extra pair of gauntlets.
Okay, so you're saying 1 +1 short sword. Well, I shouldn't say +1. It's blessed. You wouldn't say it +1.
Yeah.
One blessed short sword, 1 non-blessed short sword, and a pair of gauntlets. I still get to keep the pauldrons, though.
Yeah. That part of the deal has not changed.
What do your pauldrons give you? What armor points are those? Do you know?
4.
All right. He throws over a set of gauntlets, and they're not made as good as metal as your pauldrons are, but they'd at least replace. They'd give you like +1, so you'd get like -4 because you get rid of the pauldrons, but you get +1 to get the gauntlets and 2 swords, one that's blessed.
Awesome.
All right, deal it is. All right, so who's going to get the blessed short sword?
I think Cassiel should have it.
Oh, that's true.
No.
Yeah.
Unless you want it, Toast.
I'm good.
Perfect.
Go ahead.
All right. Okay, so, okay, Cassiel, you've got the blessed one.
All right.
Okay, that's 1 dice 8 for the short sword. Write that down.
All right.
1 dice 8 +1. So that's pretty heavy hitter. All right, and then Kizit, you have 1 dice 8 without a +1.
Perfect. So I wanted to make
you
sure
lose the pauldrons, so -4 off of your armor points, but you gain the gauntlets, so +1 after that. So what do you have for armor points at this point? Like, what's your level?
my armor points are 4 total now.
Okay. All right. That was some pretty good haggling, actually. That was pretty good. I'll have to remember that for experience points later. That was good haggling. All right. So you kind of halfway have this done. You got 1 blessed weapon, but you still got to try and get 1 more bless. He says, well, that's it, man. You got to check out. He's laughing about it. He's like, go talk to Brother Tarv. Go join those burned brothers.
Before I walk out, I want to see what I can get for this bone pick.
All right, you show him the bone pick. All right, he looks
Yeah,
at it over.
I want to.
Where did you find this?
Same place we got all where we got everything else from. I'm just trying to figure out what we can get for this.
He turns it around in his hands. Then you see him raise it up really high over his head and then just smash it as hard as he can into like the rock next to his anvil. And it actually like chips a chunk of the rock off. And he was like, oh, this is a real thing. Son of a bitch. All right. I'll switch you out that 1 dice. Well, I shouldn't say 1 dice. He's not talking dice. I'll switch you out that regular old little short sword for the +1. I mean, for the blessed one. All right. Okay. I'll do it for this. He looks pretty excited. He's like turning it over again and again. He's like, I had never seen one of these for a long time. Genuine thing. God damn. All right. So you're going to do it. Well, you got to give him back the normal short sword, like the. Or actually, no, you know what? No. He'll let you keep that, and you can give it to Anne. She's got like a 1 dice 8 short sword, and he'll give you the other +1 blessed short sword. So you got 2
Oh.
blessed short sword, 1 regular short sword. All right.
Sounds good.
All right, because that is kind of a little bit of a rare thing. That bone, a genuine one, is pretty rare. That was only because it was the what do you call it? The guy who's the head of the miners. That's the only reason you got that one. All right. Okay. Yeah, good haggling. Good haggling. All right.
Hell yeah.
He's like, I still think you guys should go. No, never mind. Just go. It seems like every time someone brings up that church, like it's kind of like the town joke or something. They think it's all like a crazy place. Anyway, so what are you gonna do now? You're gonna go to the church, or you're gonna head back to what's her face? Cal Craig.
Well, so I just wanted to make sure with everybody else, we're all equipped with swords now. Is that what it is?
Hold on, I'll be right back. You guys
blessed.
keep talking. I'm gonna be right back.
We got 2 blessed swords and 1 regular sword. So the
Okay,
thing we got to
cool.
do is get 1 more.
Well, so what I'm expecting is to use these gauntlets in tandem with my fisticuffs stuff.
Yeah.
So if you 2 want to take a blessed sword each, and then we can worry about getting blessings for the rest of them at the church, then I'm down for that.
Could we stack blessings?
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, so you should have 2 blessed short swords and 1 regular short sword. So 1 dice 8 plus 1 for 2 of you, and 1 dice 8 for 1 of you. I'm guessing you're giving out that Lucy.
Yeah. Well, no, I want to make sure they have their stuff blessed first.
Okay, so you're taking the 1 dice 8.
Yeah. I'm gonna take the 1 dice
Alright.
8,
All right.
and then I was thinking we could go check out the church. Might as well.
All right. Okay, so you guys start heading back down to the church. Got to go that way anyway to get back to Cal Craig. And before you can even get there, like you're probably, let's see, let me draw you. You probably get like right about here. And already Father Tarb's coming back out. He's like, you've returned, brothers. It's my fresh acolytes. Come on in. There's somebody I would like you to meet. I didn't realize the first time you were here, you already have a friend in us, brothers. So you're kind of like, what? Like you guys are kind of confused. You're like, what is this guy's crazy?
Yeah.
But he takes you back through the church. You go past all the pews. You go past the altar. And there's a door past the altar. And you get there. And there he is. It looks like a place full of cots. Like there's a bunch of cots set out in the back. And you see someone mostly covered in a bunch of like kind of like bandages and stuff like that, and there's like sheets all over, and you don't realize until you get up like right next to it, just due to the condition of how badly beaten. He's not burned, but he looks like not in good shape, like stitches all over from wounds being sewed up. It's Father Foul. He's there.
Oh,
He's like, you survived. He turns to you and he gives you like the weakest smile and just the slightest glimmer of hope in his eyes. His skin is pale, like he's on the edge of death. And somehow this man is holding on to life. He looked like he had been through some shit before with like, the stuff carved into the side of his head from past battles and stuff like that. But he looks even worse for wear. But he's there and he's hanging on. He's like, you survived. Truly, truly. You are chosen by the All-Son. You're going to the Tomb Shifter, aren't you?
Hell yeah.
We are.
Only you guys can do it. My brothers in the All-Son. When you return, I will be better. You'll come visit me, right?
We will.
And then he calls over Tarv, the maniac. He's, Tarv, what is it, brother? What? And he comes rushing over, and he hands him some kind of small piece of paper that looks like maybe like a prayer book or a prayer note or something like that. And he's like, he looks kind of like unhappy, like, oh, you really want to use it on this? He's like, honor what you said, what you promised. And then you kind of see him like, he doesn't pass out, but it looks like he just like drifts into much, much needed rest into sleep. And Tarv looks at it, and he kind of looks like really disappointed. Like, what the hell did this guy hand me? And he says, very well. So you want to join the church, right? That's why you're here, right? Because
Should we just be honest with him?
you want to be
I just
burned. So, sorry, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. What do you tell him?
I just give a side eye, just not even really acknowledging him.
He like tries to keep his like fervor going and his smile going, but it drops immediately. He's like, "You're here for a blessed weapon, aren't you?"
Yeah, but we might hear you out with your little spiel.
Really? Would you consider joining first before I bless the weapon?
I mean, I don't know. I think with your excitement, I would want to have the blessing first, and then
Oh,
we can talk.
okay. He opens up the note again that was handed to him from Father Fowl, and he reads it over, and he says, according to this, I have to honor at least one commitment to Father Fowl because a long time ago he did bring me into the church and save my life from the streets that I grew up on. So, I have a feeling you're just going to get your blessing and run, but I would not betray the Father who took me in. Give me the weapon.
Cool. I'm going to give him my gauntlets.
Oh, that's right, because you want to do fisticuffs. I forgot about that. That's interesting. What a move. I didn't see that coming. Okay, all right. He's like, gauntlets? Well, yeah, I suppose so. He takes the gauntlets, and you see him carry them over to this like almost like neon blue water. It has sort of an aura about it, and it's radiating, and it looks like it's just water with dye in it. But you notice when he starts to bring the gauntlets closer to this tub of water that it has the sound of vibration as though you had like a bass speaker next to a thing of water. And it starts to shake like that too as he slowly lowers these in there. He then starts to recite a prayer and his eyes roll back in his head as he dips these lower and lower, and the blue of the water starts to glow brighter and brighter and brighter until it's almost like someone switched on like you have a magnet south to north and then goes south to south, and they shoot back out, like almost eject his hands holding on to the gauntlets back out of the water, and then a light steam starts to rise up off of them. They glow blue just for a moment, and then the blue ceases and his prayer ceases as well. His eyes roll back into place, and he says, "There you go, my acolytes. Please return to me when you are ready to receive Father Fowl again, and I do hope one day join us brothers of immolation. Remember, the fire only needs to burn you once, and then you are under the flame forever."
Well, so I am also going to honor my little promise, and I want him. I'm going to ask him to kind of explain more about the whole like branding process and how that works.
Oh, really? He seems like very, very elated that you've decided to. Well, there's multiple levels of induction into the Brothers of Immolation. Our first starts with the brand. We, of course, can brand you on the back or the front of the hand, or even here on the forehead to let everyone know you're truly a Brother of the Flame. Then, if you become further than just the acolyte status and want to become a true scion of our burning lord, then you must choose at least one appendage that needs to be fully burnt to the 3rd degree. And then, of course, if you want to be like me, a true follower of our ever warming Lord of the Heart, well, you do what I did. And he kind of like unwraps the bandages that have always been around his face. And you see his face is just like, like a burn victim. He's literally like immolated his whole body and
Jesus.
come back from the flame. Yeah, his whole body is like 90% 3rd degree burns, like back together. Like he's somehow survived through it. And like, you know how people look after like a severe burns. That's how he looks.
Jesus. Interesting.
Yeah. But I mean,
Basically, jerky.
Say again?
Basically, human jerky.
Yeah. It's that the people who think it's amazing. It's because like otherwise, like you would die. Like there's no medical like situation that would save you from that level of burn in the age and time you guys are in. But apparently, the Lord of Immolation somehow saves these people after they've been burnt to this degree. And after they've forgone that, that's how they receive their true powers of immolation. But who knows if you want to make that level. Anyway,
Ew.
so what shall it be, brother? Full body immolation?
Not yet. I think I'm gonna go on a trial version.
All right, then the
For a little
brand at
bit.
least, right?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, okay.
Oh, excellent. The first step is always the best step, and it leads to the hardest step down the line, which I know you must consider with some thought. All right.
Gotta ease it a little bit.
Place your hand upon this pedestal.
Cool. Yeah, let's do it. I'll put my hand on it.
And like the second you put it down there, he doesn't give you any warning. He suddenly from behind his back has the brand and smashes it down on your hand. Like there's no 3, 2, 1. You've laid it down there. It's like you're like fuck. Like you can't believe how fast that just happened. And like even Lucy and Cassiel are like, oh Jesus Christ! Like they didn't even see it coming. It happened so fast. And like
What
immediately.
a freak, dude.
He's so stoked that you did this. Like he's not had a lot of people join. You look and like it has this symbol of like pretty much like an upside down flame with the cross of the All Sun in the middle of it, and it is now branded on the back of your hand right here for all to see. So welcome to the Brotherhood of Immolation, child.
Yes.
The warm embrace lies ahead.
I'm actually really excited about this.
I didn't think anyone would do it. I'm surprised. I like it. It's cool. All right. Okay, you guys have 3 blessed weapons.
Nice.
And it's 1d8.
You guys have 1d8 plus 1. The gauntlets, yeah, they could be 1 dice 8 plus 1 too. I mean, he's got fisticuff power, so he's using them as a Zerker. I would say if you weren't a Zerker, there wouldn't be 1 dice 8. It'd probably be only like 1 dice 4 or 1 dice 2. But you're a Zerker, so you got some muscle behind that punch. I mean, you're literally a bug, so I mean, it's crazy strength.
I'm so excited. That's why I wasn't too worried about the brand, because I guess it would just like tag the shell, right?
Yeah, I mean, like it's not flesh; it's like kind of like an exoskeleton being burnt. I can only imagine how that all smelt.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. All right. Are we headed back to the Cal Craig, the Skin Witch?
Yep.
I'm ready.
All right. She's turned around, like working over a pot that she's been cooking in for a while, obviously. And when, as soon as you walk in, you can hear her kind of sniff the air, be like, and she starts cackling madly. She's like, "You did it! You offered yourself to the immolation? Oh my god!" Like she's just like, holy shit, are you serious? Like she cackles with glee, but also is kind of like shocked at the fact that you did that. So she's like,
Yeah, now you're gonna have the firstborn of an immolation follower. How does that feel?
she's like, "Truly, you are a man of sacrifice, Kizit. I am impressed. I am impressed. Very well, you are a determined group. I did not have faith when you first entered our little town, but you seem to be people of integrity. Well, sapiens of integrity. I am becoming slightly partial to you all. Very well. Help. Let's see what we can do." She starts looking through pretty much like a case that opens up, like it looks like a kind of like a wood suitcase almost, but it opens up like a apothecary. And go ahead and each of you make a charisma check.
D20.
Yep, D20 for all of you. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I got
Okay.
Nice.
Are you
Yep,
kidding
yep.
me? 3 successful rolls. Well, look at you guys. Okay, all right. Let me get out my loot table. You guys just all earned yourself a little something, something. Well, actually, you know what? I know which one I want to give Anne for sure. I actually already had something on the back burner since she is training under Cal Craig.
I know I'm kind of jinxing it now, but I feel really good about this fight.
It's going better than I thought. I did not. I didn't. This is better preparation than I expected. I was worried. I was like, I hope they at least get 1+1 weapon before they go in there. Okay. Okay. She points to Lucy first, and she says, "Come here." And she hands you 2 scrolls, just like the Unlife scroll you had from the Skin Witches back at the Sufferhorn Mountains. And she hands you one, and she says, "Dark Radius. Very helpful. Will turn an entire room pitch black, and only you and your friends can see. Now, very simple. Burnstone," and she puts a piece of burnstone in your hand. It's just like coal, right? And water, which you already have. That's all. Very simple. Next, and she hands you the other scroll, Soil Speaker. Find yourself a dead body, find yourself a murdered foe, find yourself a victim of our little tomb shifter. This will give you a chance to ask them 3 questions, even beyond death. But be careful. After you ask them those 3 questions, they turn to ash, and you can never ask them a thing again, nor can anyone else. All right, so let me just give you, I'll read the exact thing, like the technical aspect of these spells. Okay, Dark Radius, reagents needed, burnstone and water. Lighting a small piece of burnstone and whispering the words Arcata Envelopia, a radial darkness will envelop a room of at least 25 by 25 for every level of the spell. So, oh, sorry. You're on the metric system, aren't you? So 25 feet by 25 feet. Hey, Alexa, what's 25 feet in meters? 7.6 meters. We'll just say 8 meters, okay? 8 meters by 8 meters, okay?
So I got the scroll, and it is named. Sorry, I'm typing it in my PC.
That's fine. Take your time. It's called Dark Radius.
dark radius.
Yeah. Here, I can
Yes. And I need for reagents water
and burnstone. And she gave you a piece of burnstone right away.
and
yeah.
burnstone.
And you have like a
Okay.
water canteen with you. You have like a water wineskin from raiding the town back in Gormid Hamlet.
And the spell is Arcana?
This is actually Void. This is from the Void Speak. Because
No,
when
the spell, it was, what was the sentence I have to say?
Arkda, okay, it's hold on. I know this language. I made this language. I swear to God I did. Oh, yeah. It's just dark envelop, but Pig Latin. So Pig Latin is just the first letter at the back and then A added on to the end. So dark envelop. Whoops. I'm sorry, I can't see my own dang typing from back. I've got too many computers. Dark envelop. So
Okay.
Arkda.
And then the second scroll. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. And the second scroll is Soil Speaker.
Okay.
Yeah, Soil Speaker. All one word. Whoops.
Okay.
And Soil
So
Speaker.
that's 3 questions.
Soil Speaker is, she doesn't hand you anything for this, but she explains to you, okay, so you just hold any bone, just any kind of bone you find. I think maybe you even have bones on you. Any bone of any size plus a handful of soil. Like literally you can just reach into the ground and pick it up. Holding a bone and soil in one's hand and speaking the words Ida Onguete will raise one corpse and allow 3 questions to be asked. After, the reagents will void out. Well, that's what happens with everything in void magic. It goes straight to the void. The subject shall immediately burn to ash after all 3 questions have been asked. Every level adds an extra question. So you can do 3. If as you go up in level, you can add more questions before they burn to ash.
Thanks.
No worries. And what is that? Dead. What did I write? I don't even understand my own language. Okay. I swear I wrote it. Okay, so anyway, those are your 2, you had 2 spells now. So okay, and then let's see. Okay, we got 2 2 more. Okay, yeah. Both of you passed. Okay, yeah. So we got to get 2 more things. Okay. Give me just a second. Let me get the other thing out. I've got a different one for the actual mission you're about to go on. So let me open that up. Oh, no, wrong map. There's the map. Okay. One spell, not a spell, I'm sorry. One thing she hands to Cassiel, she says, "You look like someone who would need this." And she gives you this like sort of metal disc in your hand. And she's like, "This is a void disc of remove curse. Keep it to remove a curse. But after it goes back to the void." And she like, it's kind of like probably about like a disc about this big. And it's got like a hole punched in the middle. And it has some archaic language you can't read on it at all, but pretty much in old tongue it says remove curse. And according to her, if you get any kind of curse on you somehow, you can use this to remove it. And for you, the mighty warrior leading these 2, it seems as though. Show me that hand first.
Ooh, I dangle my hand out.
She gingerly holds your hand with one of her fungal hands and cackles madly. She just cannot believe you have gotten this sealed. She's like, truly, you will do anything, I suppose. Be careful where the shepherd leads you, silly lamb. And then she hands you a potion. She says, this'll do. And you can look at it. It's got a label across it. It says potion of aid, which more or less it's going to restore 1 dice, 12 hit points if you drink it. It's a red sort of fizzy bubbling potion with a
You
cork.
said 1d12?
Yeah, it'll do 1d12 health restoration.
Perfect.
All right. Now, after that, she goes back to sitting down in front of her little cauldron, back to her cooking, and then shoos you out. She says, now go, rid yourself of this little shifter, my party of madmen.
I'm so excited.
You guys did pretty good. She was shocked.
Yeah.
She was shocked. She cannot believe that you got all 3 things.
All
right. So yeah, you're probably as prepared as you could. Oh wait, what did we ever do about Feld Jr.? Do you know? He's still in
Nothing
prison.
yet.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah.
You better kill this thing before midnight, though, or Feld Jr.'s in a big world of trouble.
That's kind of what I'm rolling the dice on right now.
Yeah, this was supposed to be our plan. I mean, if things went sour for us.
I'll tell you at least this. I'll have, because you guys are thinking about that. You are worried about that. It's still very early morning. It's only like 9 or 10 in the morning, because you would be up at like the crack of dawn, which would be like 5 a.m. in this world. So you've had plenty of time to prep. Pretty much, Cal Craig, she explains that like this isn't like a multi-day journey for this tomb. The tomb is, it's smaller even than that cave you were in before, because it's just a tomb. She's like, if you're careful and you take your time and you don't fall for any of the traps or temptations, I believe you'll be done with this far before it becomes nighttime or midnight even. And that is true. I mean, she understands what's at stake here too. I think she also wants to see as much as she's not like an altruistic type of person, she also hates the tomb shifter. She's not a fan because it's not a magic or a religion connected to the skin witches. It's kind of the opposite. So yeah, you should, as long as you can finish it before, and I'll let you know like time. I'll give you like a countdown if it gets close, but I don't think it's going to take you unless you do something horrifically wrong. But don't worry about that. Horrifically wrong is what makes great adventures. Okay, so anything else before you guys head out on that little map that's going to take you there?
I mean, I'm good to go unless.
Yeah, we're all good to go. We got everything that we need to get.
What about you, Ann?
I'm good.
Cool.
I'll follow.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay, I think we'll be switching maps then. Give me just a second here. Okay. Now let me switch that. Move party ribbon here. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, and actually, you know what? Hold on. I think, yeah. Change layer. Map. There we go. Okay, so all you should see right now is at the bottom of the map where it says Delwark Forest, Dilapidated Bridge, and Meat Wagon Karen. And the Meat Wagon man was headed out that way because he does head south to the next village, which is below the tomb. But you can see he's out in front of the tomb itself before you were about to go in. and he's like walking around his meat wagon, looking at it in a very worried way. Oh no!
No.
Oh no!
Poor guy.
Ask him what's wrong.
Oh,
I want to ask him.
right before you guys came here, there was already another group going into the tomb, probably to try and steal treasures. They don't even want to stop the shifter. They just want to raid the patron saints. And I don't know if it was out of spite or just because they hate a poor, crippled Indulian like me. They broke my wheel and took it, stole the loot off of these bodies, took the rings or necklaces they once wore, which is sacrilegious. You bury them with everything. You do not take from the dead. Oh, well, will I ever get my wheel back? And he's just kind of like sobbing there next to his wagon full of dead bodies, who they are missing all the stuff. Like you can tell, like there's like, you know how like when you wear like a ring and there's like your skin's lighter there where you were wearing the ring and stuff like that. They've had people nab all the jewelry off their bodies, keepsakes, anything like that.
Right. So we basically got grave robbers.
Yeah, pretty much what happened is there's like a group of bandits who were running through here. They saw the tomb. They're like, "Oh, the tomb, it looks good. All right, let's go get some tomb treasure." And they just happened to stumble upon the meat wagon churn on the way, and he wouldn't stop because he doesn't want his bodies, the stuff taken from his bodies. But they made him stop by breaking one of his wheels, taking it, and running off into the tomb with it and stealing all the stuff off of the dead bodies as well.
Damn.
I want to ask him how many it was going in there to know how many we would have to prepare for.
There's 3 or 4 mean primal Indulians, the cannibal type Indulians, not of my echelon, of the echelon from farther north, where they still live and hunt with bone as armor and weapon, and eat the dead and the living.
All right.
So I think you've guys kind of been taught about this before, that there's like Indulians, but there's actually like primal Indulians, which are like, they're built the same way and everything like that, but like they live like a really old school primitive life of like cannibalism.
They're feral.
Yeah, they're really feral. Like they're hardcore and pretty gruesome. Not a fun time. That's what he's talking about though. That's who's raided his wagon of the dead and broke his wheel.
So I mean, we got the possibility of these people going, I mean, basically berserk on us. So
well, I would say like I'll tell you this just so you're not like getting overly worried about this. It would be the equivalent of facing a party about yourself, like a party versus a party, like a party on your level versus your party.
All right.
Like these are Indulians, Indula Crux is still, you're out in the most poverty-stricken realm there is. This is I don't know if
survival of the fittest.
Yeah, I mean, like this is Smoglin Base is the realm you're in. Like, you've got Gormid, you've got Crestterm Vale, but the area you're in, the realm, it's kind of like the state, is Smoglin Base, and it's known to be like the very first level of civil. Like they live civil. There's not a lot of primals out here, even though the primals live just above them in the northern region. But Smoglin Base is the first civil level of Indulians, but also the most poverty-stricken ones. So these guys are kind of a rarity out here. They don't usually wander out to this area, but they do if they're like hungry or just raiding like a bunch of jackasses.
All right. Let's see here. I'm trying to get every bit of information I can out of this person while we still can.
Yeah, no, it's fine. You can like ask him whatever. Like he's just kind of, he's obviously a little bit overwrought right now, but he'll answer anything. He's just kind of sobbing like a big baby, a kind of hunchback baby.
Is there anything else that he took besides the wheel and what they got off the corpses?
No, just the wheel and that sacrilegious treasure.
All right, so
is he branded at all?
Not that you can see.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry, I was just curious.
No, it's fine. That's a good question.
let's see here. Well, I mean, now that we know that we got extra eyes in here, I mean, now I would say at least start going in.
Yeah.
All right. So the first thing you see is there used to be a bridge that used to connect to the tomb entrance here. There is a tomb swamp, like they said. It looks like it did used to at one point be a river or at least some kind of creek bed, but it's definitely dried up over time just due to erosion and weathering. The weird thing about the water as you step through it over to the other side is you can more or less make your steps on broken down sort of footpaths that were created by the old bridge built here because it was made of stone. Looking down into the water, it's pretty clear. You can see to the bottom where it's mostly littered with pebbles and rocks, and like twinkly, sparkly little stuff is kind of poking up in between all the different swampy type clear water here. You're just gonna go straight in?
Yeah.
Could I forage for items?
Sure, go for it. Do you have any skill, like class skill, that would let you do that?
Mhm.
What is it? What do you have for?
Create
Yeah.
sense, void sense, old tongue, potion mastery, and hide void.
Okay, I'm not going to tell you which one to use, but you could try to use one of those if you're scavenging.
Could she use
Reagency
the
sense.
scavenge skill for survival skills?
Oh yeah. What do you have in the survival skills? That's right. What do you have, like search or scavenge or something? I don't remember them all offhand. Hold on.
Investigate.
Investigate. It wouldn't be investigate. Investigate is kind of more like looking for like a clue or something like that, more so rather than. Oh wait, hold on. Let me go to the player's
And then
guide.
underneath is scavenge.
Yeah, it'd possibly be scavenge.
Oh yeah, definitely scavenge. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Scavenge, definitely. Okay, yeah. Okay. So scavenge. What is your scavenge skill? What did you roll for that?
20.
Okay, your total is 20 plus your intelligence.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna let you make 2 checks on this. First, just do an intelligence check. Let's see if you pass that first. Go ahead and do just. Hold on. Let me get back to the. Gotta get back to the chat.
So
Okay.
that's 1d20?
Yeah, do a 1d20 roll for intelligence check first. Okay, you failed that one. All right. Try now a scavenge on a 1 dice 100. $99. Wait, really? Rolling 1 dice 199. Okay, you moving stuff around a little bit with the rocks and things like that. You find the equivalent to some busted weapons and stuff like that. Like they're old chunks of like possibly tomb guards or tomb guardians who once stood in front of this tomb blocking the entrance. But now all that remains of those tomb guards are old weapons that were kind of wrapped in cloth, but are so busted and broken up that they're little more than fragments at this point. That's what you'd find.
Rust and dust. No herbs?
Don't you have one that's like you have a skill that's like reagent something or other, right? Hold on. Let me look. Mender. Reagent sense. Okay, you're gonna have to roll separately for that. Okay, so do a reagent check.
So that's also 1d20?
No, that'll be 1 dice 100.
Okay.
97. Wow, that's not working out. As far as you can tell, nothing. I'll let you know in real life. There's definitely no reagents in here anyway. I mean, aside from water, obviously you could get more water if you want it, but you have water. Yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah,
really
I'd like to bring 1 vial extra.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, okay, yeah, you can get more. You can get another vial of it. That's fine because you have like empty vials, don't you? Like empty
No.
beakers or something. No, you don't. Okay, all right, that's all right. Anyway,
No.
you can just fill. You guys did. You can all, if you want to. How much is your hydration right now for your hydration points? Are you
I
at,
have no hydration points.
okay?
Water points.
Yeah, sorry, water, hydration, either one. No,
I
none?
don't remember that.
None.
No, we should. I mean, we should. I mean, because remember we filled up before we left.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't remember what I wrote down, and I'm looking for it right now.
You're okay. Just keep your hydration points at 40 for right now. Everybody's hydration points are at 40. There's enough for a full rest for everybody. You could easily refill all of your canteens there. And this water's safe to drink and everything. It looks really clear. All right. Does anybody else want to do anything before you go through the entrance? It's just at this point, it looks like there used to be some bars blocking the entrance to the tomb, but they've long since rusted away. You can clearly walk right in.
I would say
Yeah.
cautiously walk in.
Okay. Is everybody good with that? We're all walking in?
Yep.
All right. Let's start to clear the way here then. All right. Wait, no, I just thought so. I thought that's what I was doing. Okay, now I want to switch. Reveal, not hide. All right. There we go. We'll go a little bit more. The first thing you see as you walk in is your first step in. There is a bridge that has 2 torch stands right next to it. And just like those orbs of light that showed up in your torches when they were cast upon by Father Fowl, they pop into existence on the top of these torch stands that are right next to a bridge, which is kind of a shaky sort of rope / boarded bridge, like you would have at one of those like climbing places. And although it's very shaky as you walk up to it, the scariest part about it is that below it is a series of jutting spikes of multiple sizes and the thick, pungent stench of rot as you see multiple bodies stabbed upon those spikes below the bridge, which nonetheless still does reach fully across the pit below you.
Mm.
So
I would say take this one at a time.
go one at a time. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Give me just a second here. Okay. You're just about to walk. Who tries to walk across first, actually?
I'm down to go first if Castiel doesn't want to.
I mean, I don't mind. I'll go because, like I said, I am basically the rogue this go around. So
Okay, go ahead and okay, wait. So Jonah, you're the one who said you're gonna go first?
Yeah, I can go first. Or well, no, Castiel said he.
Yeah, I'm gonna head
Cassio.
up first.
Okay, Cassio, you're gonna go first. Go ahead and do an intelligence check before you go across.
All right, so 1d20.
Yep.
All right. Ooh.
All right.
Oh.
You begin to step across and go ahead and roll. Do an agility check now.
All right. That's a 13.
Wait, are you
Oh.
sure? Is it really
Yeah.
20 again? and
Yeah.
again?
Oh no.
All right.
Holy crap.
You topple off of the bridge and
Oh,
go
no.
ahead and I gotta roll this one. What are your hit points? What is your health?
11.
Okay. Give me a second here. Where's that dice thing?
Wow. Wow.
Okay. Yeah, that is an unfortunate start to the game. The game.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, what?
Can you grab onto my wheelchair or something?
Nah, you'd be okay. Don't worry about it. Did it roll?
Yeah, it rolled.
All right. You tumble off the side immediately, and half of like your hips kind of graze a spike as you slam down into the floor below. You take 6 damage. So remove like 6 damage from your health. And there's like a bunch of blood trickling down your side. Although it's not wounded enough that it'll continue to bleed. You did some serious damage to yourself and are weakly stumbling to get back up. The rest of you watch in horror. And immediately right after that, after Cassiel has stumbled into the pit, and blood is kind of pouring down his side, a booming voice, like almost like a migraine hitting you all of a sudden at once, all 3 of you, booms through your head and says, cross not with soiled feet, but kneel with devotion.
Oh.
All right, so right now you got Cassiel is down in the pit. It is about, that's a good 12 or 13 feet deep. And you're gonna need some way to like reach down to him to get him out.
Shit.
Does anybody have any rope?
I don't have any.
No, we don't. None of us have rope.
All
None
right.
of us have rope.
I don't
Wow.
suppose I can spit some silk out of my butt.
All right, let's see what we
I'm
can
not that
do.
kind of bug.
You guys, I'm sure you guys could put something together to figure this out.
Yeah. So I know we
Burial
have
cloth.
Hmm?
Ah, yeah, the bedroll.
Maybe we can tie some of like the fabric from the bedroll together to then like lower it down.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Make all 3 of you make an intelligence check.
Oh, guys, don't do this to me again. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Oh
Listen,
my!
did you all pass? We got.
I did. I did.
Okay.
I did not pass.
Okay. Okay. So 1 person in the pit and 1 person out of the pit passed. Okay. All right. This is interesting. Okay. Okay. You could throw down your cloth, and Eric, you could tie it together, but now you're gonna have to make an agility check to kind of throw it back up. I'd say looking around you, if you wanted to look around you at all, you've got 1, 2, 3 full rotting bodies. Most of them are just kind of bone and fetid flesh. There's a head. There's 2 legs laying there, and what is another thing? Oh, like a shoulder blade and an arm, and then another head at the other end of the spiked pit.
Something I could tie around it to add weight to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you want to make some kind of
Yeah.
grappling hook.
Yeah. Let's try it.
All right, go ahead and do an agility check real quick.
Come on, please. Oh, please.
Oh,
All
nice. All right. A swinging white cloth. Oh, by the way, all of you have to take -1 to your armor points because you used these up. So everybody loses like 1 armor point because your cloth is no longer on you. Okay. So make sure you take that off. I will say though, you can add to your inventory a rope with a skull grappling hook. Okay. All right, it lands up there properly. Go ahead and let me get Lucy and Kizit to make strength checks.
Cool.
All right.
Ooh.
All right. Jonah, did you pass?
No.
That's okay.
Oh.
Well, okay. Here's the good.
Come on, Kizit.
The bad news is Kizit kind of like his hands hurting a little bit too much, so he doesn't get a proper grip. And right away, Lucy notices this and kind of kicks it into high gear, makes a critical success with the 1, luckily. And if she hadn't, you would have just dropped back down onto the spike again. So you're very lucky.
No.
Lucy's critical success saved the day on this one. All right. She's able to pull just enough to balance out the weight between the both of you, and Kizit falling backwards as his hand rockets pain through the rest of his body pretty much offsets you enough that you're able to climb your way back up. So now all 3 of you are back up there. You're still down to, 5 hit points now?
Yep.
Okay. No worries. Okay, you got 5 hit points. Your side is starting to recede with the bleeding. You're wincing in pain quite a bit. You can add, I guess you'd say 16 feet of rope to your inventory.
Alright.
Okay. So, back to the beginning. We're in front of a bridge. There's 2 torches lit up. You've heard the phrase that says, "Cross not with soiled feet, but kneel before me with devotion." What do you do?
I'm gonna get down on my knees
Okay.
and I'm gonna start trying to crawl across this sucker.
All right. Go ahead and make an agility check real quick.
Okay.
Hopefully you do better than I do.
Oh, nice.
There we go.
All right, you safely make it across to the other side. Okay, let's see. I guess Lucy and Cassiel, you're both gonna cross too, right?
I'm gonna try to again.
All right, both of you make an agility check as well.
Please.
Okay.
I made it that time.
All right, I think did you both make it?
I made it.
Yeah.
All right. That was tense. Okay. All right. Good work, guys. Good work. All right. As you get to the other side, the torches on the other side light up, and you can now stare down the rest of the hallway. Let me move this up a little bit so we can. Wait, where's the? Oh, I see what I got to do. Close that. And move it up through here. Close this too. Okay. Let's clear out more of this. Reveal. And as soon as you get to the other side, you're met with the grunting of 4 large primal.
Cool.
There they are. Let's get that picture up there. Indulians. And they're all chuckling and laughing after what they just saw. And the one in the front points to you and says, "Why are you here?"
And this is a what pointing at?
You're in front. These are the primal Indulians who stole the wheel
okay.
of the, yeah. Oh, you can see one of them is actually holding the wheel like a shield. He's like using it as a shield right now.
I guess I'm gonna get up and say I'm here to kick your ass.
He hears you say that and turns back to the rest of his friends, and they all heartily laugh. You gonna kick our ass? We eat your ass. Oh God, that doesn't sound right at all. Hey, they're primal. They're not. They don't know what they're saying. Okay, just.
Is that a threat or a promise?
It's an indulgence.
Oh boy, a pleasure.
Yeah.
Oh geez.
He starts blowing you kisses. No.
Can I roll for? What is?
Yeah, you know.
Intimidation.
Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, you know what? Go for it. You guys roll for. Yeah, all right. I already got their stats here. Excellent. My mouse came rolling off. What
okay. I'm not coming off as strong at all.
What the heck just happened? Okay.
Are we doing a brawn check?
All of you make an agility check right now to see who goes
Agility
first.
check. All right, let's go.
All right. Did you?
Son of a bitch.
Nice.
Son of a bitch.
All right. So
No.
Jonah, you passed. Eric, you passed, right?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So it's gonna be. All right. Okay. Let me check real quick with these guys. Give me a second. What is their? Okay. Okay, so it's going to be Kizit first, then the Primals next, then hold on, I'm gonna write this down to remember this. I know he told us there was some way to do that, but I can't remember. All right, so we got Kizit, we got Primals, we've got Cassiel, and then we've got Toast. Okay. All right, so Kizit, you roll for the first attack.
Cool. I'm gonna. I guess which is the closest one to me? The big fat one with the shield?
Yeah, the big fat one with the shield, the one you're like seeing the picture of right now.
Cool. And about how far away is he?
You guys are like almost face to face.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna move up and hit him with a right hook.
All right. Are you gonna use fisticuff skill?
Yes, sir.
Do your normal attack. So go ahead and just roll for attack first, and then if that succeeds, then roll for fisticuffs. You'll still get your hit, but if you make a successful fisticuffs, it'll be way more damage. All right. Did that miss?
I think so, because the attack is going to be. Let me see. Let me brain my way through this real fast. Yeah, I did not.
Okay, I'm still gonna let you do a fisticuffs roll. Go for it. If for some crazy way you're able to make that, that'll be crazy.
Ooh, okay. So wait, how do I?
Wait, wrong. 1 dice 100. Remember, this is like you got to be really lucky to make this hit.
Come on. We need this.
Oh, did you make it? Oh,
holy shit.
Okay. What did I say? 1 dice 8 plus 1. All right. Roll 1 dice 8 plus 1.
Hell yeah. I hit him for
Okay.
4.
You hit him for 4, but it's actually times 4 damage.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, so you hit him for 16. That fucking kills him immediately. He's only had 10 hit points. All right, so you come right up to their first leader, and like he's still turned around like they say they're gonna kick our asses, and you just like come around with this fucking haymaker that blasts his fucking head. Like you hear like his head like not just explode with a crunch of his skull caving in, but you hear his neck snap as well. And he literally just drops everything that he was holding, and his whole fat body slams into the floor. And all like it's such a deafening roar of just like skull splitting explosion sound with wet meat slapping the concrete floor sound that the other 3 primals take a step back and like complete shock. Like they don't even realize what has just happened. They're just like, what was that? And they look up at you and see like your gauntlets like covered in like all this gore. And they're just like, what the fuck? So like
And
you see
so
the
can I roll for intimidate and then shout at them that we will spare their lives if they submit themselves to the Fire Lord?
You will have to wait till the next round to do that.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
But that was fucking cool. I'm shocked
Holy
you made that.
shit.
That's like a lot. Yeah. Well, that's like one of his new special skill abilities, and he's specialized in fisticuffs. So that was kind of like, yeah, a Hail Mary hit right there. Okay.
We're punching our way through.
Yeah, you blasted that guy. Like they're kind of like completely shocked. Okay. It is the cannibal's turn. Yeah, it is. Okay. So we're gonna roll for them. Give me a second here. Where are we at here? All right. They're okay. I will say, like, even though they're about to attack right now, like they're shook. All right. Their morale is shook. They did not expect the fight to open up with that. All right. The first guy hits. The second guy misses. The second guy misses. Okay. I'm gonna roll at random. We'll say 1 to 4. If he gets a 4, then he completely misses everybody. Okay, 1. So he's gonna try and hit you first. So he's going for Kizit first, and let's see if he hits here. Kizit, what is your defense points right now?
It is going to be 3 defense points.
Okay. All right, he hits you for 3 points of damage. So he's got like this bone spear, and it stabs you. It goes through. You've got like the robe on or something like that. What do you got on like right now? Peasant clothes, right?
Yeah, I've got peasant clothes, my leather vest, and then my gauntlets.
So shakily still, he reaches out and he's got like this sort of bone spear type thing, and it smacks you pretty good in the shoulder, and blood starts running down your arm. And he kind of grunts like, ugh. All right, but the other 2, they lash out, but they're so shook that they can't get their steady or their aim right, and they miss. They miss both Toast and Cassiel. So now Cassiel, your turn. Roll to hit.
All right. All right. Roll 20.
Yeah, 1 dice 20, and that's for your attack.
Right. I missed.
Do you have any kind of?
Yep.
What kind of skills do you have to like? You're a shader, right? So what do you got?
Let's see here.
You got any skills you can use?
I mean, the only thing I've really got, since I don't got anything yet for ranged, no, I don't got anything.
Range, you don't have anything you could throw either. You don't have.
I got one club in my backpack.
You don't have that claw?
No.
Oh,
remember that's with.
Yeah, that's with us. Toast and I have the claw.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, you swing out at him and miss. Toast, it is your turn to go ahead and swing. Go for it. Attack. Does that pass?
So, wait a minute. Huh? So that's attack?
Yeah, I think you probably passed on that one.
Yeah, I think so.
What's your attack?
Attack is a 12.
Okay,
And
you're
I
good.
did a 9.
You're nice. Okay. All right. Roll 1 dice 8. All right. 7. All right. You reach out and they kind of don't even expect, like, they're not defending themselves properly because they didn't expect someone dressed more like a magic user or a mender or a. They thought you're either like a voider or a mender. They didn't expect you to have a sword. So you pretty much reach out your blade from beneath the robes. You've got the robes on, right?
I got my burial shroud.
Who's wearing the robe? Who put on the robe of the symbiote? Didn't
I
somebody?
think that was Jack, yeah.
Oh,
think that was true.
that's
I
right.
think
You're right. You're
Draz
right.
has got it.
I forgot. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
Draz
all
has
right.
got it.
So you pretty much pull out the blade from behind you and you do this like gut stab real fast and like blood just starts like pumping out of like the belly of the guy who just hit Kizit in the shoulder and he's like shocked. He like grabs him, he's like ah, and he's not looking good. Like they're really shocked at how much damage they're taking this fast. Okay, we are back to Kizit. Your turn to attack.
Yeah, so I'm actually there's 2 guys left, right? This one that just got beat up on, and a third.
There's 3 guys left actually. So you killed the front leader.
Okay.
You see this little group of circles here in front of you. Hold on.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
So
I
the
see that.
leader was the guy in the center. You've immediately killed him. The guy who just stabbed you is the guy on the right. He's now
Okay.
bleeding out quite profusely. He's not looking good.
Then I'm going to turn to the other 2, and then I'm going to try to do an intimidation
Okay.
roll on them.
Okay. I'll let you do an attack first. Okay.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. Got it. I think that's going to be a miss on my part again. Yeah.
Okay. Well, go for the intimidation.
And then, so just so I understand what I'm rolling for the skill, right?
Yeah. It's gonna be 1 dice 100, and what is it combined with? What's the so you
I don't remember that.
Okay, I'll go look. Hold on. I got you.
I forgot to write that down.
No
I'm sorry.
worries. We got you.
Oh, if this pulls off again, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
I would be shocked if you pulled 2 of these off. That'd be insane. Wait. Intimidate is a level 8. You don't have that yet. You could do a tackle.
Oh, I
though.
don't?
Yeah, you don't have that yet. You have
Oh, that's
tackle,
way low.
tackle, fisticuffs, weapon mastery, shield mastery, armor mastery. So you could either do
I see.
you could do tackle or fisticuffs though again.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna tackle the one that's like.
I'd say you're in close enough quarters that you could tackle 2 people at one time if you want to go for it, but you'd really have to.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna try that.
All
So,
right, go.
what am I rolling against though? Is it like 100 out of?
Yeah. So your bronze skill, like, did you roll your skill level for tackle? So it'd be 3 dice 6 plus your brawn is what your tackle skill is.
Okay, yeah, no, I didn't do that.
Okay, so let's get that set up first. Go ahead and roll 3 dice 6. And then I don't know what your brawn is. I don't have that memorized, but
It's 11.
okay, so 11 plus 3 dice 6. Let's see what you get. All right, so
Okay.
20 then?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you can roll 20 or lower on 1 dice 100.
All right.
20%
Oh,
chance.
please, come on. Come on.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
Let's fucking go!
Dude, I've never seen. You've like pretty much whiffed with the last 2 attacks with your sword. They just flew over their head. And then it's like this dark, angry grit inside of you revs you up after that. And you just charge forward, kind of like you did with the priest. I think you tackled the priest too, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
So you've kind of got this skill somewhat mastered. And You can see they kind of chuckle. Again, they think like, oh, we've got this now because he can't even hit us with his sword. And then this glint in your eye kind of gets them like worried, like, what's now what? And you come at him with bug-like speed and go ahead and roll 1d4, but you'll see what'll happen. All right.
Ooh.
Whoa! Holy shit, dude! All right.
These guys are going down.
So the other guy who got stabbed in the gut, he's like already kind of stumbling around, even though he's chuckling. Your tackle completely knocks him off, and he doesn't just fall down. He tumbles like a big bobbling, like you ever seen like where a very non-graceful person tries to get their footing and like just somersaults even worse? That's kind of what happens. You clothesline him with the one arm while the other arm's coming for the other guy, and it makes him stumble so bad that you hear a yell from him, and then you don't hear like that same wet meaty slap that you heard from the last guy. You hear the sound as if a fork were going into a well-cooked turkey, and you look back to see he has just stumbled into the spike pit and is now the next victim down below there. He's pretty much a shish kebab. And the other guy, you tackle him so hard, his head slams back into the side of... Well, actually, here, I'll clear out, because you guys are going down the hall pretty much at this point with the amount of aggressive... This is
I just got a full feral
Holy
bug mode.
shit.
Yeah, dude, like, you guys kind of going ape shit through the hallway here, but that's okay. It's good. Oh, whoops, wrong one. Not hiding, reveal. It is just like a long hallway. It's Cannibal Bandits, that's what that says. You can kind of see it. There's this super long hallway. I can pretty much reveal the whole thing. You are pretty much, you run through here, you tackle, the guy's head, like, pretty much rockets backwards, and he slams into the stone hallway here. Hold on, let me clear this out better. Yeah, there we go. I can clear out this whole hallway because it's just like a long hall with doors on it. And you see all these little dots on the side. These are all torches that light up as you step into this area. He smashes backwards, and you pretty much see like a head print of where his head hit, but that head print is made out of his blood because it broke like a melon when it hit the side of the wall there. And his eyes roll back. He slumps to the floor and just starts making a pool of blood underneath himself. And I'm actually going to make a morale check for the last guy. I'm just going to do a morale check. Give me a second here.
Hell yeah.
Because there's
He
no
may
way.
run.
Yeah, he just watched his whole life die in front of him. So there's not a lot of hope.
So like, how many minutes are each round?
This would have all happened within like 4 to 5 minutes. I mean, almost every move you're doing is like a minute or less. So this is like super quick. Like, one guy just got his top blown up. The other guy got stabbed in the gut, then knocked into a spike and smashed into a wall. And this other guy, he hasn't been touched yet, but he just watched like 3 people obliterate it in less than 5 minutes, more or less. We're going to have to do a stamina check on this guy. Let me roll. Oh, yeah, he's broken. Okay, you see the last guy, his eyes just go wide, and he drops his spear and his shield and like puts his hands up in the air, sprints away from you across the bridge. And as soon as he does that, the bridge gives way, opens up, and he plummets into the last of the spikes because he forgot to kneel to go across the bridge, and he's dead now too. That's the end of the Cannibal Bandits.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a gory opening. Holy shit, I didn't expect it to get that bloody. Wow. Okay, well, let's explain to you the rest of the hallway now that it's been cleared out. It's a straight shot. You can look all the way down the hall. You can't see to the very end, but this is a very long hall, and you can tell it's got this big ceremonial rug with the drawing. Well, I shouldn't say a drawing; it's sewn into the rug. It's ornate and has a giant serpent with wings sewn into it. The rug is well worn. It was obviously, this was a place where people did come as a pilgrimage for a while. Hasn't been happening for probably centuries at this point, ever since the corruption of the disciples. But let me clear out more of this. Give me just a second. And you can see all the doors on the side. Yeah, reveal. Okay. I don't know how much. I don't want to reveal too much here. Can that just show that there's doors? Yeah. Okay, so you got a door here. It's a double doors. You got an open hall here, an open hall here, and an open hall here. I shouldn't say open hall. It's this doorway, but there's no door in front of it all. This one is the only one that has a door, and it's two double doors. So this side, open hall, open hall, open hall. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna let them decide first.
Yeah, I guess what? You're kind of recovering, kind of catching your breath because you just about single-handedly annihilated an entire party, more or less. You went full berserk. You truly lived up to the name of Zerker.
I mean, at this point, I'm looking to see if my damn wounds finally starting to close up.
It is, but you are still wounded. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
How bad are you right now?
How bad what?
How bad is his wound right now?
It's closed up. Like, it's not bleeding out anymore. He's not going to lose any more hit points. But I think you're down to 5 hit points, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you have 5, and Kizit, how much are you down to?
I think I only took like 3 hit points earlier, and I should be down to like 9, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, 9.
Okay.
So I have a question.
Sure.
Could I use potion mastering on the existing potion that we have
to
replenish their health first before we continue?
Okay. That's actually a good idea. All right. Okay.
Because there are 2 actions that I'd like to do. Okay. So first, potion mastery to infuse the potions with a bit more health, and then reagency sense to know if there's something in the hallway.
Sure. Okay. Okay. Well, here's what I'll tell you right now. In the hall right now, the things
behind the door.
The things you do have access to right now is there is a bone shield, AP1, and a bone javelin, which is a ranged weapon, or you could use it as a stabbing weapon, which is 1 dice 4. So you could, if you guys want to take, there's 2 bone javelins laying on the floor because the one guy, he fell into the pit with his bone javelin, and the other guy fell into the pit too. But the other 2 guys, they dropped dead right in the hallway. So they had bone shields. You see what that guy's holding in the picture, right? He's got that bone shield, which is AP1, and like the spear type thing he's holding too, which can either be ranged 1 dice 4 or a weapon for melee 1 dice 4.
And you said that they were using the wheel as one of their shields, right?
Oh, the guy remember the one guy dropped his stuff and ran across the bridge?
Oh, okay.
He dropped the wheel. Yeah, he dropped the wheel. Oh, and by the way, when you look back, even though the bridge broke and he fell to the bottom, the bridge is back to normal again. It's like it never broke.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. It's because he didn't kneel before devotion.
Oh.
They just wanted a little bit of devotion to the patrons.
Just a little bit.
Anyway, but yeah, he dropped his. I guess there'd actually be 3 bone spears in the hall because he dropped his spear too. I said, yeah. So there's the wheel, there's 2 bone shields, and there's 3 bone spears or / javelins, however you want to use them. Oh, and
can
then
I pick up
you can
my
take.
backpack?
Yeah, sure. What do you want to take?
If the boys need them, they can take it when they need it.
Yeah, you could probably hold at least. You couldn't hold 2 bone shields. That would be like too much to carry. The wheel you can
So-
easily hold on to because that can like just attach to your backpack. It's got loops and stuff in it.
So I'd rather give one to Kizit and one to Cassiel,
All right.
so they have the shields.
Okay,
Perfect.
so you guys add AP +1 to your AP, and you're holding the shields, and you have short swords, so you can hold a shield and hold the short sword at the same time. So you're fine. Like you've got a sword and a bone shield.
You said AP +1 or DP +1?
I'm sorry, sorry. AP is gone. Why am I saying AP? I got rid of AP. DP +1. So add another defense point back on. So that's good, even though you lost it from getting rid of the. Go ahead. You can jump up here. So you got your plus DP1 again. So you're getting
right.
a little bit higher again. That's good. Come on, bud, jump. And then who's taking the javelin? Are you guys going to take the spears or are you going to leave them?
I want to take one.
Okay.
I mean, that way I
I'm
can
gonna
use it
leave
as ranged.
Okay. All right. So you got that. And is anybody else taking one?
No, I'm good.
All right. Toast, are you taking one of the spears?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Cassiel, you can hold 2. These are like light. They're made out of bone. They're not like, so you could just like put 2 of them in your backpack. They're kind of hanging off the side.
All right.
If you want. I mean, okay, yeah. I mean, I would.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and do it.
Might as well give yourself double the ranged. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So add that. You got 2 1 dice 4 ranged. They'd be like javelins if you threw them.
Yeah.
All right. This is cool. All right. I'm liking what I see here and here. All right. This adventure is more exciting than I thought it would be. I didn't know if I wrote a good one
One
here.
dice, how much? Sorry, 1 dice, how much for this javelin?
1 dice 4.
1 dice 4. Okay.
Yeah, and remember, you can use it as ranged, okay? So just remember that if you get into a situation. Okay, so you've got 2 open doorways on your right, or 1 open doorway on your left, and 1 double door on your left. So where are we headed to, folks? Or you can go further down the hallway, but you might as well check this stuff out first.
Could I do potion mastery first?
Oh, I'm
to
sorry.
replenish
Yeah.
their health?
Let's get that out of the way. Let's do that. That's really important. Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you. All right, I'm just giving you this warning up front. If you roll a 100, that's a critical failure, and you will lose the potion. Like you'll ruin it. All right. If you don't make a successful roll, it's okay. Nothing happens. The potion just stays the same. 1 dice 12 healing potion. If you hit a success, all right, you will have pretty much been able to double the potion. Like you'll add like a little extra water to it, do some kind of bioalchemy work that only you understand, and you'll made enough addition to it that there's 2 doses worth inside that bottle. So go for it. I'd say go for it. But you do have a chance. If you roll a 100, there's a 1% chance that you could ruin it.
So that's 1d100?
Yeah, 1 dice 100. It's going to be a hard roll, but okay, yeah, you couldn't do it. That's okay. Good try, though. Good try. Nothing happens. It stays the same. It's a single 1 dice 12 healing potion. But that was a good idea. So don't be afraid to experiment with that. That was a good try. All right. I will say you could, if you want to, for survival skills, you only get 1 try to do this during the adventure. You could try to apply aid for a survival skill. It's not going to do too much, but it could repair like a little bit of damage to these 2 guys.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, so go ahead and roll 1 dice 100 2 times, and tell me who you're aiming for to help. when you roll it. So
So it's only one person that I can help?
No. You can do it one time for each person, but just tell me when you're rolling which person you're trying to apply it to.
Oh, so first I'm gonna ask if Cassil wants a potion, and then Kazit.
Yes.
Okay, but I'm saying aid, the survival skill aid.
Okay. So wait, the survival skill.
Two dice 100. No. Just do 1 dice 100, then 1 dice 100.
Okay, sorry.
No. You're fine. I'm said it really confusing. Okay. 42. Now roll again. One more. 1 dice 100. 72. Oh well. There's nothing you can do right now. Pretty much both of them kind of need stitches for the stabbings they've gotten, and you've just. It's not that you couldn't or don't know how to aid them. It's just that currently right now you lack the supplies to properly aid them. But you still have the potion.
Sorry, boys.
Yeah, it's all right. It's kind of like a last ditch effort sort of emergency situation. You're fine. This is normal damage for any adventure.
Yeah.
But good try. These are good ideas to try before we continue to adventure. That was a good idea, Anne. Okay.
How do I translate it? 8. That's out of the game for this evening then.
Oh.
Or it stays active.
Well, I mean, they could both try 8 on each other.
But I can't use that anymore then.
You couldn't use it on them for right now for these fresh injuries, no.
Okay.
If they got injured again, like if they healed back up and then got injured again, you could try to aid after that. But for these, like, it's kind of like you look at the injury, you realize you don't have the proper materials to fix it, and you're just kind of like, well, sorry guys, I don't have like a thread and a needle, so there's nothing I can do.
So next turn I might be able to choose that action.
Well, if you were able to get like a full party rest, you'd be able to try. But for now, it's kind of a spent skill. Yeah.
Okay.
What time are we at? Wow, we've already been going a long time. It feels like we just started. Oh well, that's all right. We'll probably go to 11 or so. Anyway, let's continue. Which way are we headed down? This wonderful hallway of fun and adventure.
I want to see if there's actually any active traps anywhere.
Oh, you want to make a trap check?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, please.
I think you got it, dude.
Oh, please. Come on. Please. Be nice to me. Please be nice to me.
All right.
Nope.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'll say that the patrons of the tomb can sense what you're trying to do. And a feeling washes over you of like somewhat relief of anxiety. And that voice that said, kneel when you cross this bridge. And it says like, the traps are behind you for now. All right. So it's not going to tell you if there is more traps up ahead, but as where you're standing right now, it says the traps are behind you for now. But that doesn't mean you've avoided every single trap. But you do feel like a wave of kind of like relief, like as if the patron saints there, even though they're not like aligned with like being ultra good, they are kind of patting you on the back and be like, just chill out for a second. You're going to be okay.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. So where are we headed to?
I'm headed to the fridge to get a drink real quick. I'll be right back.
No worries. Take your time.
Let's see here.
How about you guys start to discuss which of these doorways you want to enter?
We got 4 doors to go through.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I'll just let you know right now. The double doors are locked. The double doors to your left are locked, so you really only have 3 choices.
3.
Yeah.
All right. So the double doors. I mean, that's I'm guaranteeing that's more than likely going to be boss area.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well,
Most likely.
you can see a big keyhole on the front, so you can tell like it obviously just needs a key. But
Yeah. Now here's gonna be the fun part. It's gonna be where to go from this point. Now that we've got it pretty much narrowed down to that one door being.
okay, how about this?
Or we got-
Both of you, you and Toast, do an intelligence check real quick. Because don't worry, this isn't anything bad. I'm just gonna give you some perception
All
on.
right.
Because you've been standing here for a while looking at this, kind of trying to figure out where to go. So at this point, do a intelligence check, both of you.
Nope.
All right, and go ahead. I think she passed. Okay, so this would make sense that she would understand it anyway. So Lucy, looking at the walls, starts to realize within the bricks of the walls there are pictures of patron saints. And when you first thought of these patron saints, I think all three of you kind of thought of like some kind of sapien that is like a holy blessed, some sort of like higher echelon on the Church of the All Sun sort of patron saint. But what you're starting to realize looking on the walls here is that there is more so animalistic, or I should say like anthropomorphic symbols instead representing these patrons. Not saying that they themselves are like animal people, but they have some sort of beastly connection. So, for example, looking at the doorway right in front of you where you just killed the group of cannibals, there is a drawing of the winged serpent, and you realize, oh, okay, there's something going on with the winged serpent through this hall. The one further down the hallway there, hold on, let me see. There is a serpent. I'm not a serpent, sorry. There is a animal that looks somewhat like a lizard type creature. And he is drawn completely in sort of red dye or red ink or red paint. You're not sure exactly which. Looking on the, hold on, let me grab the little pen thing so you know where I'm talking about. Okay, so here you see the winged serpent. Here you see a lizard drawn in all red. And here you see a sort of, it looks kind of like a eel, I'd say, is the closest animal you could think that it's represented as, and it's drawn in blue, and it seems to have some sort of like water-based presence. So that's what you can make out so far.
Hmm.
And there's nothing.
Is there old tongue displayed?
Sorry, say again?
Is there old tongue displayed, writings in between the drawings?
Oh, that's a good question. All right. Who? Toast. You have. Who has old tongue?
I've got old common tongue.
Okay, that's right. Both of you have old common tongue. All right, go ahead. Both of you make a roll for old common tongue for a skill. 1 dice 100.
All right. Let's see. Please be good to me. Nope.
Nope, neither of you. Okay. I'll say since Toast was a little bit closer, the most you can make out. All right, you don't successfully pass. The rest of these are like so old you've never seen the writing before. But the one that has the locked doors, you can kind of make out the word says storage. That's the most you can make out.
Right.
So most likely there are valuables in there.
Maybe.
Or danger.
Storage.
Storage.
There's definitely something stored in there. How about that? That helps.
Yeah. All right. We've definitely got to keep ourselves clear. We do not need to give in to any temptation.
That's true. That's true.
All right.
No matter what we find, no temptation. No temptation.
I'm feeling that temptation right now.
All right. So which doorway are we going to try and walk through? What do you guys think?
I like eels. Eels are cool.
All right. Do you guys want to head to that one?
Let's give it a
Yeah.
go.
All right. Let's do it. Okay, give me just a second here. Let me look at
I
my
really
map
like eels.
first.
I hope the eels are friendly.
Eels are always friendly because they're delicious to eat. Let's see here. Okay.
Unagi.
All I'm thinking is Patrick going, eel.
Okay, here we go. It is one of the most unique rooms you've ever seen. Let me clear it out a little bit so you can see. All right, reveal.
The chat was talking about shrimp earlier, and now I'm hungry.
Oh shoot, I forgot to put. What happened in the chat? Why did it disappear? I had chat. What happened with it? Window capture. Why did chat disappear? That's weird. Properties. It disappeared. Did I close chat somehow? I think I might have closed chat. No, it's there. Okay. What? I never did anything with it. Why did it go off the screen? That's so weird. Sorry about that, chat. Okay, let's get back to the game. Okay. Okay, so what you start to see as you wander on in here is the strangest sort of spiraling staircase you've ever seen. Let me clear away a little bit more. Dang it. I'm always choosing the wrong thing. All right. How far can I show this? It is a super, super long spiral staircase. And there is, like, just as you start to, if you start to step on it a little bit, looking down, you can see it just drops down like super far. Like if you were to fall over the edge of the spiral staircase, you would
Be the end of it.
Yeah, you would possibly fall to your death. It's not that it looks like you could fall really easy. There's no banister though, so you're kind of tempting fate by just simply trying to walk down there real fast or trying to figure it out. In the distance about right here, you can see like a little plaque on the wall, but until you have to walk at least 3 or 4 steps onto it to be able to read it.
Let's see here.
I mean, can we just kind of like? Sorry, go ahead.
I want to see if is there anything that we can actually toss down there to see if there's like anything waiting down there? Toss like just like something like a rock or anything like that around.
Yeah, sure. There's definitely like loose rocks and stuff in the hallway. You could just grab a rock. You want to just grab like a rock or something and throw it down there?
Yeah, just to see if there's anything that, once it hits, if we're not going to wake something up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Okay, you toss it down there and it just sounds like it bounces off of something kind of metal at the bottom.
Ooh.
But there's no sound of like a creature waking up or anything like that.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm pretty much at this point I'm having to stay behind Kizit since I'm so low on health.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm down to start traipsing down these stairs.
Yeah. Like I said, I've got to pull it easy for the time being until I can get healed up.
All right. Starting to approach the stairs, there doesn't seem to be any kind of trick or trap or anything going on. I will say before you continue to go down them, your eye does catch the plaque, and you are close enough to read it if you want to before you continue down the stairs.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I'd like to try.
Okay, on the plaque it says, I fall, I do not climb. I run smoother than this rhyme. You can't step up me after you dive.
I'm really bad with riddles, guys, so I'm gonna leave that one up to you.
That's man.
You
I'm
want me-
kind of.
I'm going to read it again. All right, I'll read it again. I fall, I do not climb. I run smoother than this rhyme. You can't step up me after you dive.
It's a water slide.
Slides.
Wait, what did you say first, Anne?
It's a water slide. So the stairs changes in a slide.
No,
It will slide us down.
Actually, as soon as you said water, that water is the answer. So you say water, and as soon as Toast says water, like even if you said the word water slide, you just said water first. So as soon as you said that, you start to hear liquid filling the bottom of this thing, and it slowly starts to bubble up, and it clears kind of a path all the way up to almost to where you're standing on the stairs. And now looking down, the water itself kind of almost acts as like a magnifying glass, and you can see what was at the bottom, and it is kind of like a glass orb with kind of like a water drop symbol inside of it, and it's about the size of like a bowling ball, probably about this big, and it's like a glass orb, and it's just kind of like floating there, and it starts to like get carried up by the water, and now it reaches the top, and it's bobbing on the top.
Now I'm really, really feeling like greed is gonna take over.
Don't mess with it.
Well, right now that's all that's left with this room is like you've filled up the room with water. Luckily you were not at the bottom of the steps when you did that. But it made that metal clinking sound you heard when you threw the rock down there. That was definitely what it hit. It was this thing. And now it's floated to the top, and it's just bobbing on the surface.
I'm gonna scoop it up if I'm close enough.
Yeah, you got it. You picked it up with no problem. All right. You are now holding a bowling ball size glass orb with a cool little symbol of a water drop in the middle. Nothing happens. You're good.
All right.
Oh, and I'll show you. Hold on. I can clear out the rest of the room to just kind of show you, because you're able to see all the way to the bottom now that the water's filled it up. Give me just a second.
Dude, this is gonna add to my bowling scores now.
Yeah, dude, you got huge bowling scores. Yeah, and that was the only thing that was written here was just the riddle block. So you figured out the riddle that activated. The good thing is you weren't at the bottom. If someone read it when you were at the top and you were at the bottom, it would have been not a good situation. So, yeah, you made the water symbol float up to the top. This is kind of, I will, because you did get told this by the witch. She said you got to collect the 4 elements to open the door.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, just I think you yourself in real life don't remember that, but I think your characters would remember that the second they picked up a water drop symbol so like kind of pops in your head. Anyway,
yeah.
Is it okay if we end it here for now? I'm feeling a little bit pretty tired right now.
We're at the Dungeon Master's behest, I think.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
This is a good stopping point right here. You guys, you did great so far. I mean, we're pretty deep into it. I think we could probably finish this up the next time we play. We could finish up this quest the next time we play.
Hell yeah.
And I kind of want to rearrange the map a little bit. I set it up to be cut over 2 different pages, but I think I could fit it all on 1 page. I should have done that. So I have to reset my black boxes too. So that's quite a bit. But you're doing way better than I expected. I'll be honest, I was worried about the spike. I've definitely had a party end themselves there before. I did this one once before, and they ended the whole party there. So this is good. You guys are doing really good. It was a little bit different. I had a different setup for this one in the past, but they killed themselves pretty fast on that. Deco, what are you doing? Why are you tearing my carpet up?
I got lucky with that one.
Actually, being able to get back out of it's the hardest part. Deco, okay, hold on. My cat's got himself stuck on the carpet. Okay.
Yeah, the rolls loved me on that one.
Yeah, I cannot believe you did 2 successful ones. 2 successful skill rolls when you're a level 1 Zerker. You're definitely born to be a Zerker, that's for sure. Hold on 1 second.
I'm freaking crazy bug mode.
Suddenly attack that. Okay.
I definitely would not have been able to figure that riddle out, though.
As soon as I heard Anne say water, I was like, oh, thank God somebody understands it. All right.
I mean, I was thinking either water or slide, one of the two. I mean, it took me a second.
It's all right. It's all right.
I was completely clueless.
You guys have all kind of done something to save the day today. All guys pulling out the stops here when it comes to like pulling one move or another to save the day. That's good.
For real.
Yeah. Eric's got the interactions back at town that worked out pretty well. Then you did the power moves with your Zerker stuff, and then Anne saves the day there at the end with the answering the riddle. So definitely a good team. Yeah, that worked out. Okay. Yeah, let's leave it right here. You guys are safe. Don't worry. Losing that amount of hit points is not a big deal. There will be chances to get your hit points back, so don't worry too much about that. Plus, you were lucky enough to score the healing potion before you went in, so that's really good. Most people don't end up with a healing potion this early in a game. Don't worry. It's not combat heavy. You pretty much. There's not a lot of combat going on in a tomb full of dead people. So you've pretty much conquered one of the main combat things, and there's not much more than that. All right.
Yeah. Next thing we know, we're gonna run into a level 70 lich.
Yeah, there's actually like a dragon. I forgot to tell you, after you grab that thing, water dragon comes out, and you got that fight coming up. No, you're fine. You're fine. That's good. You guys got that. You're 1/4 of the way there as far as getting the collection of the elements is concerned. So that's good. But this is a good stopping point. This is good. We're doing well with this one. Just the right amount of danger. I was kind of surprised last time you guys lost like 0 hit points the whole time. I was like, dude, they went unscathed through the whole damn mission. That was insane.
I think we're just getting like turbo lucky so far.
Yeah, that was, oh my God, that was lucky.
It's just a good balance. Yeah, you guys are getting a pretty good balance of rolls on this one. But you're also being smart with asking for different stuff that you can do, like Anne asking about trying to double the aid in the potion, you doing the fisticuffs and the intimidate. I like it. There's many times you give people skills in these games and they're just like, attack. Really? It's a riddle. It's a riddle on the wall. Attack. What? I can't tell you how many times I've like I'll read people a riddle and like they don't even know that was a riddle. Like they'll just be like, "Oh, okay, I just read it." All right. Anyway, we go down the stairs, and they're just like, "Wait." You know, you can't stop people too much. You got to let them do what they want to do, but at the same time, you're screaming in your head as a dungeon master. So
I bashed the plaque into powder.
You'd be surprised, man. There's be people. I've had people be like, "I hit the plaque with my sword," and be like, "What? Okay, you hit it. What happens? It's got a sword mark in it. There's a sword mark covering up part of the riddle that you just read." No, we're doing good. All right, so we'll stop it here. I guess any questions before we end it for tonight?
We're good, man.
Solid.
All right. Anne, you got anything? You good?
Yeah, I'm okay, thanks.
All right. I think
Great game.
yeah, you're getting a real handle on it now. You're speaking up and doing what you want to do. That's important. All right, this is good. And you guys are actually using your skills as different classes. So far, I'm happy with these skills because this is my first time adding skills to the classes and seeing. I'm like, would these even be useful to work while they're actually doing stuff? But it seems like we're doing pretty good. Now you even have a shield too, so you could even do shield mastery and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm planning on kind of like doing not. I didn't think of this when I got the shield, but I guess it's kind of like a Captain America crap, where like I got the shield, I'm punching people.
I think one thing I did realize after I created that skill is I need to put a size to shields, because if you do mastery, it's not like forever I only use bone shield. No, it's like bone shield is a small shield. I master small shields. Or do you know that you've got like tower shields? So I've got to like figure out my size for these shields so that when you decide to master one, you just master that size. It's not like, no, only use bone shield forever. Me bone shield, love bone shield. So that's maybe the primals, that'll be okay for the primals, but like we're a little more classy here when it comes to being adventurers. But
yeah, I'm an insect man. I'm classier than that.
Yeah. All right, perfect. Okay, guys. Who's still around here? Don't eat the eels. No, eels is so good. Unagi is so delicious.
Unagi is one of my favorite cuts.
Dude, Unagi's so good. All right, we'll stop it here. I'm going to jump onto Discord after this. And again, at any point, ask me if there's like something else you didn't understand about the skills or something that happened tonight that I think everybody understood, though, pretty well. Or if you just even have like a lore question or anything like that. I think we're doing good. All right, guys.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Sounds good.
Thanks to everybody in the chat. Nuno, Jonah. Alejandra, everybody else in there, thank you guys for joining. And Dark, if you're still there, I'm going to try and give you a call tomorrow, so I'll talk to you soon. All right, guys.